Kia ora. In today's headlines, an Australian mining company has defeated yet another appeal against a proposed open-cast mine on the Denniston Plateau. Conservationist Forest and Bird had appealed Bathurst Resources' interim resource consent, but they were rejected by the High Court. The project will be able to start pending a final Environment Court hearing next week. Dramatic developments in Parliament today saw several opposition MPs boycott question time after the Speaker of the House allowed Peter Dunn to keep his leader status, even though United Futures party registration had lapsed. Winston Peters says by law, a deregistered party must lose its funding and status.
This is a shabby day for democracy in New Zealand. Show me the basis in the law on which you made your decision.
But Mr Dunn says the party does have 500 subscribed members and the matter is nearly resolved.
We will be lodging an application for re-registration early next week.
Victims of crime will continue to be eligible for a portion of any compensation paid to prisoners. Last night, Parliament passed the Prisoners and Victims Claim Bill, ensuring that if offenders receive compensation for wrongful treatment, they must pay any outstanding reparations to victims or legal aid debt. There's mixed reaction to Hamilton City Council's decision to stop water fluoridation. As we reported yesterday, fluoride will no longer be added to Hamilton's drinking water, and Fluoride Action Network supports the move, suggesting long-term risks. But medical experts say they are losing a critical tool in the prevention of tooth decay. Researchers say that screening for Alzheimer's disease could one day be as easy as having your eyes checked. US scientists have developed a test to detect those at risk of developing Alzheimer's. With the positron emission tomography scan, plaque buildup in the brain could be detected 17 years before symptoms appear. To international news, NATO defense ministers have concluded their first roundtable discussion focused on cybersecurity. They have agreed to boost efforts to protect member nations' cyber networks, but are still unsure about intervening for individual hacks. The two-day ministerial talk started on Tuesday in Brussels and covered various cyber defense issues, including the ethics of robotic weapons control, as well as post-withdrawal Afghanistan. United States President Barack Obama has reshuffled his foreign policy team. Ambassador Susan Rice becomes his new national security advisor, building on a solid diplomatic and foreign policy career. And Pulitzer Prize winner Samantha Power will replace Rice as America's ambassador to the United Nations. Turkish police have arrested 24 people for spreading what they say is false information about anti-government protests. Twitter and other social media has been used to spread news in the absence of local TV coverage. Turks are also turning to encryption software to evade the government's internet censorship. And Israel's army is using social media too to give a blow-by-blow account of the 1967 Six-Day War against the armies of Egypt, Jordan and Syria. The Israeli army is tweeting each key event and airstrike at the exact time that it occurred 46 years ago, between June the 5th to the 10th. As of this afternoon, their Twitter account had more than 1,600 followers. Well, that's the news for Thursday, the 6th of June. Ka nui ngā karere mātua mai te whare kōrero rima, Mauri ora.